I'm happy for what I achieved in PAOK. The only one story that I would have liked to have a different farewell, the world of PAOK. The normal way would have been me and Mr. Savidis to shake the hand, to hug each other.
So what a hell of a year is 2026 for you, right?
Yes, hard.
When when we make
hard, but something is starting very nice, very nice, until 10 of February was very nice. After that, 10th of February started to be complicated, tough, but still going in a nice way. The biggest problem appeared around 15 of from 15 of March. From that moment, I can tell you that was the worst period of my life, without any doubt. Probably in football aspects is a consequence of what was happening until that moment, by starting all these injuries. Which team? Two wingers, main winger, second winger out, but second winger it is a top winger, no? Zivko, Despo. The three number 10 out, right defender that was playing at top football, the central midfield that was showing that is the best in Greece, out by stupid things. The goalkeeper that was fantastic, having this kind of injuries that no other goalkeeper in Greece had, being kicked 2 times by the opponents. No other in Greece.
But again, I'm telling you about 2026, and again you prioritize as your main difficulty what happened with football. It's amazing. You lost your father in this I had in my mind.
But this I said from beginning that is the worst period of my life. Why is the worst period? Because of this. Because in football terms are also other moments not perfect. No.
I experienced the magnitude, the such a big honor of a country, of so many people to a person I never met before. I was never in a funeral of this magnitude, but I was wondering, and now I'm getting a little bit personal. This is how I wanted to discuss. Did you have the time to grieve, actually, when you are in the middle of such kind of organization of event?
In that moment?
In that moment, and yes, until now. After that, it was the games with PAOK. After that was this divorce with PAOK. Did you have the time to grieve, to consider the lack of your father in your life in that moment? Is it a cruel question? I don't know. You stop me when I'm getting
to consider
to understand that you don't have your father.
The loss of my father. Look, it's very complicated to answer to you. First of all, was that moment. I would have liked to have the possibility to talk to him more. If I understood that would arrive this moment, I would have gone to Bucharest, but I didn't go to Bucharest at all. Happened the story with Volos. I had the tickets for next day, was the break for the national teams, and I decided not to go. I say, okay, I stay here, we have this. After when happened when happened the first time after the game against Turkey, before the game against Slovakia of the national team of Romania, when he collapsed and he went to hospital. Again, I understood that he would recover, and having the game against Panathinaikos, I decided not to go, saying that okay, I will go next week because in any case it was Easter, and I received this message also from my father that he would be okay. He recovered and he was with hopes. He was telling me that on Friday he would go home and he was happy. And after happened, then this at least this last 2 weeks, maybe it was not possible for the other weeks before. We had the full program, the full schedule, but these weeks, the last 2 weeks, I could have gone. I had to go and to stay with him a little bit more, to understand.
Do you believe that the time would be enough? Can you conclude the relationship of so many years in 2 weeks?
You ask me what is my feeling. After I'm sorry always when I see this, when I remember and I see again images from this funeral, because it was really unbelievable, and I ask myself if he understood what he achieved, really he achieved in this life. Yes, I know that he lived these moments. His life is like a puzzle, no? And piece by piece he put there and he created this puzzle. But he also lived the pieces of the puzzle, the moments of the victory, every moment. And he was enjoying, he was happy, but it's very interesting to see from above the full picture of this puzzle, and I don't know if he realized this, because this usually you start to think at the end of the life, but was also an end of life complicated, because he was the national team coach. You know very well that as a national team coach you are in under critics. He was suffering. He was a person that was always fighting back with journalists, calling them, trying to convince them about his ideas. He was suffering when he was feeling that are unfair stories regarding himself, and there were bastards. What?
Romanians journalists are worse.
Some they invented, right, things that you. I don't know how these people were not shamed for their parents to invent, to say such lies, thinking about their parents, what education they received from. I don't know. But okay, then he was suffering. After he was with this huge will for the game, he was suffering for the game against Turkey, no? Then I don't see him in this moment realizing this kind of life at the end of his days, in the last days. And for me it's impressive. Then how people reacted when he died, it's...
Me also, I never saw such a respectful crowd to a person like this. Person of football, not I don't know, not a prime minister or a person of football. So, but too many words, the words are not enough, but too many actions, too many gestures are made from people to honor the name of Mircea Luchescu. But I'm coming back to you.
No, I wanted to tell you that I was sorry for him. I would have liked him from up to see and to smile. This would be for me the best of the best, to smile and to feel him happy. Sometimes I have the feeling to call him. Sometimes I have a problem now. I don't know what to do in one aspect. In this, I would like to call him. I cannot. So I said
What he would say to you? Okay, as a funny thing,
don't know.
what
I
he would
don't
say to you regarding your talks with PAOK, to divorce, not to divorce, to separate, to not separate, to go in one team or to another. Was he
It was
invasive?
not about
invasive?
me again. It was not about me to have talks with PAOK.
No. Let's say what he, how
don't
he
know,
would
Kiri, I
advise.
don't know.
Okay, I'm coming back to you, and why I'm coming back to you, because such a personality it creates a big shadow. It's a big tree with a big shadow. I know many sons of such great men that want to escape from this shadow, and I want many persons as well that they want to remain in the safety of this shadow. What type of son were you? What type of son of such a big personality you became? The guy that was running out of the shadow, or the guy that felt safe hugging the tree?
I believe that running out of the shadow. If I understand well your question, why running out of the shadow? Because I left 14 years ago the country. I didn't go back. Because I have a different type of personality. He was one of the persons that likes a lot to control, to be him, that person that guide the others around. I mean, not in a professional way. I mean, also in our family. On the other hand, I let my people, my kids, to feel very free, to be free, and maybe they interpreted, maybe my son interpreted in a wrong, not in a wrong way, but maybe he didn't like this. He would have liked to have me closer and closer and closer, and probably this was because of his personality. Because of his personality, of my father personality. I'm talking now about my father, not to be misunderstood.
On the other hand,
yes,
you are saying this, that you were not running, we use this comparison with the shadow and the tree, but you were trying to be different from your father as a father, as a person, as a personality. Not you were trying, but eventually you were different from your father.
Yes,
on the same time,
a lot of aspects.
You chose the same profession. You were close to him in a very strict way. You were close with him. You were a close family. He was coming to your birthdays. He was coming to celebrate your games.
Normal. Yes, normal. Hi.
You were ready to do what he did, jumping from the big team of Ukraine to the other. Now I'm provocative. You were, at the same time, you were ready to do this, to go from PAOK to AEK, perhaps. You have some similarities if you think deeper.
Yes, but I'm his son. I'm his son. This doesn't mean that I stay under his shadow or I go out.
Okay.
Also, the way of decisions. His way is totally different from mine. He was clear, having a strategy. Me, I was under these emotions, decisions taken by feelings. What else I can tell you? We are very close, and he is very smart. He likes to. He needed to make some business. It was for him to play, to relax. Me, I cannot. I am just
a spender.
In my way with this football and nothing else. He was able to control a lot of things. I cannot. But listen, he was really special.
Special, yes.
A top level.
So, okay. It was a bad season.
And
the
similarities, and that I'm grateful to him because he made me to love football, and he somehow creates inside of me this passion for football, and I work with this passion. This makes a person to be happy, and probably I am happy because of him.
One of other similarities that I see is that, okay, I don't know deeply how your father was as a coach with his player, but you, to remove a player from your squad, a player that you won something with him, was harder than to give a kidney to somebody else. It was much more easy for you to give your kidney to somebody than to take Meite, for example, using a name, or Zivkovic, or I don't know. But you create, I'm not, this is not a provocative question.
Or Shakov,
Or Kanyas or
Mauricio,
Shakov, yes. You create,
Varela, no?
You create a great bond.
Yes.
Say all. Say all.
Dice.
So it was also a part of conflict, because also, you know, sometimes
Tyson. You want more?
No, I know all the names, but you create a deep bond with your players. Also, some of them, the players that express better themselves, not everybody is the same, but like Osdoev said that, thank you for making me want to die on the pitch for you. You know, the players receive this type of bond. How you create it? It's a natural way, it's a strategic way, it's something that you saw having result and after that you worked on that, or it is your need to be close to them?
Oh, first of all, I believe that I try to respect as players and as persons. It's true that you cannot do with all of them, because each one has a different type of behavior, different character. This is one aspect that I try to respect, as I try to respect everybody that is around us. The job that Valadi has is his job, and I cannot interfere there. I will not say anything to him. He knows better than me what to do. The Saki, I cannot go to tell to him how to prepare a player before the game or what. No, because he knows what, or our doctor, or Ioana, or Yanis Rally, no? They know better, much better. They know I don't know anything. So I respect, and I show them that I respect and I appreciate them, and they start to feel nice. I create this bond also because probably I am this kind of person that I am warm towards others. I create also, if you want, because I know that being a group united, we can achieve important things. It is not, as you mentioned, and that people very superficial, he doesn't like to take this out because he has memories with him. It's not this. It's because he knows much better than a new one what to do on the pitch. And if this guy, I can tell you, Brandon and Samata, tell me how people were not satisfied with them when the team in which they played scored 140 goals in one season.
I can tell you, I have an answer, but it's not nice for people, so I don't.
No.
I say that.
Yes, then what you want? What you want? You want a player to score but not to play for the team, or you want your team to win? These two guys, they were giving their lives and the next 5 lives for this team. And they were creating the possibilities for the others coming from the back to arrive, to score, to create opportunities. They were running like crazy, they were pressing, they were covering other players that were not so strong by not having the ball. No? Then because of this pressure, because of what they were doing, they were helping us to recover and after to have the freedom to go easy to. The same story I can tell you about Iacomakis, because also him is one player like them.
But again, you want to talk for football.
I want to
You're
mention.
crazy.
I want to mention
Yes, I
a little
understand.
bit that players that maybe were judged a little bit unfair, or maybe more.
The strikers,
unfair.
the strikers
this
of
kind
yours.
of striker, because
Nelson.
there was also Chuba, Nelson was top. Nelson, I cannot understand why to be against such a player that.
I believe this is
was
your
so
biggest
nice.
regret as a player, knowing you. One of your biggest regrets as a player that he did not manage to have the acceptance of the environment. The environment was very negative to him, and I believe it was
It
one
was
of your
created.
favorite.
It was
players.
created, this negativity. It was created. It was created. But I don't understand. He was a player that came here because and came in a very nice way. But the problem was that I suggested him when I saw that we couldn't find a striker. We couldn't arrive to have a striker fast because we were having European games. We had just Carol. All of them I appreciate.
I know. But this is now you bring me back to football question. I want to add it because
Yes.
it's also how easy are you as a person in transfer periods? I mean, how easy you accept players coming as a proposal from the club? How easy you say yes to proposals? And if you think that you are an easy coach to be pet with transfers. I mean, I don't know. It seemed that every transfer period, even why I'm asking this, because sometimes, and you know, it was an internal joke us two were having, sometimes you were suggesting in public, or you were saying in public your complaints, especially every pre-season. Yes, and I was running to come in Holland to say things better. What? It's
but
not
the
a lie.
people was asking from me to.
Yes, okay.
Was the pressure?
Leave the fun part.
Again,
Leave the fun part. But are
no,
you
but
an easy person
also, again, they were trying to. Maybe you were behind all of this because now it's other, but we were trying to spread information to create problems. You see how you go in the wrong ways?
Perhaps, who knows?
I don't know if I don't know. I cannot judge me. It depends. I suppose that depends on the people that has to deliver to me informations and players.
One question. You can understand. Let's be honest and fair. You can understand that Mr. Savvidis sometimes needs, because of communication reasons, to show his will to support the team. It happened last summer with Zafiris, for instance. But of course, this will should be leaded to the exact needs of a team, and the exact needs are coming from the coach. How easy person are you to accept such communicative gestures for communication reasons? I mean, last transfer window in January, did you accept to take some players, even to give the opportunity to Mr. Savvidis to show his will to support the team? And this is a question out of the blue because it came to me during the conversation. If you don't want to answer, don't answer.
No, it's complicated. It is hard. I am part of this. I think about the team. If someone is coming because has to come and to improve the team, yes, it's very nice.
Okay.
It's very nice. The problem is if there are players that don't improve the team, or it's not necessary to take players that are showing something and to put someone else that.
Okay.
Is more complicated, and also the process, how you work, how if you send 100 players, it's one. If you send and you analyze, this is the process. How I see things is to have a correct communication. We talk about the team. We talk about the needs of the team. We talk about what position we need, and from here. A scouting has to prepare.
Let's not come back.
To arrive at 2-3 options, and from there to say, but these are the options. From these 2-3 you can take. It's done. If you say yes, it's done. This means also to understand the price, everything. No, the quality, the skills. It's like this. On the other hand, we have to say that for Greek teams, because here is not just about PAOK, it's general aspect, is very complicated the summertime when there are games in preliminary qualification, no? Because you face teams that are already done. Maybe they are with less quality, maybe they look to be from second category comparing the Greek teams, but they are done, they are ready. They don't change like this. In Greece, it's very used to change a lot of players because the owners need to bring players, because the fans are demanding new players. They want to see. It's a bit complicated, no? On the same time, it's a huge risk because if you go out from European, and we experienced also this story with Levski, no? If you don't make fast the changes, it's huge risk. So you have to take in consideration all of this, and from here to start to behave. Now, every coach likes to have the team in the first period of preparation, because if you read the books of football, you'll understand that the preparation is the moment when a coach fixes everything. Is the base of the base. You start to give clear direction to the team tactically. You prepare physically. You have some friendly games in which you can understand how things go between the players, who can fit with the other, who is very important. And if you lose the preparation, after you go, and you have to do this during official games. And this is killing a coach. After you might lose, because everything is like in poker from this moment up to a point of 2 months. But in these 2 months you can lose a lot. This is not nothing. Is not agree. I don't want.
Yes. No.
It's an analysis of a situation.
It happens fast. It happens in a somehow awkward way, but officially, you will not have the chance right now or the next few days to wave your hand to the fans. What would you say to them? How would you describe your feelings towards them, to the fans of PAOK? I mean.
Love and respect.
Did you find yourself acting as one of them? Sometimes. Did you allow yourself to act as a fan, as a hardcore fan? Did you try to prevent yourself?
No, I'm not a fan. I am a coach, but I am part of PAOK.
Do you believe that you changed?
I gave everything, and more than everything, I received everything.
Do you believe that in this relationship, Coach Rázván Λουτσέσκου and the fans of Thessaloniki, the fans of PAOK, who changed more the other? You changed more, you educated more the fans, or the fans educated more?
Κυριάκο,
Τι χάει.
This is you to, I don't know, if something is to be commented in this, it's for media, this question, not for me.
It's very easy to rephrase the question. Are you the same coach reacting the same way as you were before PAOK, or you changed a little bit?
I don't know. Tell me.
I will remind you that you were a PAOK before you even understand it. You came here with Xanthi. You came to Tumba with Xanthi. It almost was the reason not to sign for PAOK. You were so hated by your actions there. No, you were a fan. You were
I was hated, huh?
Yes, hated.
But why?
Why? Because you and Kasnaferis, again, he gave interview to me, and you see the comments. You, Kasnaferis, alone, you made Tumba jumping against you with Xanthi, not with AEK Olympiacos.
But this is my passion. This is the way of I behave for my team. Is the way as I'm there and I send to my people this message of fighting together.
So that's why, because you asked me.
But okay, you know very well that sometimes people don't like when a small team will come, will fight, and will take a result. You know.
Which opponent?
But I didn't do anything. Wrong. Also at that time, it's a little bit, but nice for the full story of our PAOK life.
We have many stories that we cannot share. It's true, but we have many stories that cannot easily be understood if you are not part of it. But who was the opponent that you respected the most? Which was the opponent during your years in PAOK that you had a good understanding to each other? You are the coach, I have to say this because you will never open this, you will not praise yourself. You were the coach that started inviting opponents to your cabin after games in Tuba, after big derbies. You did it with Medilibar, you did it with Almeida. You invited them after a game, no matter what the result was, to come in your cabin. People doesn't know it, I say this, but which one was the opponent that you truly respected as a top opponent, top person?
I have fantastic relation with Mendilibar. I have fantastic relation with Almeida.
This is a surprise. This would be a surprise. People would not, because on camera you had some not shaking hands. You remember in a game, but then you fixed it somehow. You had some talks.
Okay, we had that there. Okay, it was I came later and I came later from the change. I went to pee. He was waiting for me there. I should have told you something a little different, but okay, let's stay in on pee. And he was waiting for me to shake the hand, but the game was starting and he went on the bench and he believed that I tried to avoid him. At the end of the game, we finished the draw in AEK pitch, and I don't know if it was this 2-2 or after 1-1. I don't remember. No, after 2-2 when we won the title, and this probably was a little bit more difficult for him to accept, and he reacted. And I tried to explain, but look, I really want, not that I avoided you. And when I came, you were in the bench starting the game. And this, but no, fantastic relation with him. With Tarim, I had very good relation. But in general, I have with, I respect all the coaches, I respect all the teams, because we are obliged to respect. We are obliged to respect the teams, the opponents, the coaches, because like this we can prepare also in a correct way the games.
And which was the stadium that you didn't like to go?
Jovanovic.
Which
I
was
respect a lot, no.
Which was the pitch that you didn't have good feeling to go as an opponent?
No, I don't know. I don't.
You know, one of the biggest things, the biggest praises for you was that you made PAOK playing in Athens as an equal.
Yes.
Before of that, for
and
many.
I'm proud for this. Yes, I know, I feel, and I'm proud for this. Yes.
So, but on the same time, there were some pitches that seemed a little bit more, how to say it, not very, not with a good hospitality towards you, and you were feeling it. You had some negativity in Aris Stadium. You didn't like that much to go
No,
for.
I like to go. Why not?
Okay, yes.
I like, and also we won the most important. No, it's not true. Did I tell you about? No, I don't know.
Volo Stadium, for example, it's not a lucky stadium.
At the beginning it was. After now in this, yes, these two finals of the cup. But also I won nice games there. Then no, I don't have.
Who would you invite for a...
What I can tell you, where I felt most respected, it's a very huge surprise for you, where I didn't feel any kind of curse, at least in the last years, is in Olympiacos. Never. The most difficult, the most difficult is in AEK pitch, and at the same time in Panathinaikos is balanced, so and so, but in Olympiacos I felt without any kind of attacks.
And who would you invite for a glass of wine to show him your real character? I mean, who do you believe that misjudged you or misunderstood you the most from presidents? For example, Alafouzos has sent you a legal letter to complain about your interviews.
But also he came and we have a nice talk. And
but who would you? Let's say it's your final night in Greece, in Thessaloniki, and you have the time to invite anybody to have a glass of wine. Who would you invite to get to know each other better? From opponents. I want to clarify, from opponents. Don't tell me
from opponents.
Yes.
It's not fair, right, to say this. Maybe all of them.
Okay, all of them. With most of them, you didn't have any controversial relationship. You had with Panathinaikos, with AEK, with Olympiacos, with Aris, with Lamia, with good night. This fan, perhaps you should call him too.
But also here in Lamia, we were playing the game. This is the game when we won 5-1 in the cup.
Yes.
They were cursing from the back. All the time they were cursing, and in one point it was obvious that was a frustration of them was 5-0, and one player attacked Omar in a hard way, in a bad way, and I reacted somehow to protect, and from that moment the people attacked more. They attacked me more, and I say, okay, stop with this, or I made like this. And after, when was the interview, they remained all to whistle me, to attack me. And then I said, I made like this, okay, it's time to go to sleep. This was the point. But I believe it was a sympathetic answer to their...
Yes, it was. But I'm returning. Do you feel that you need to discuss further with somebody, that you didn't have the time and there were misunderstandings?
I respect all. I don't need to convince someone about my feelings, my behavior. I always try to speak with respect about persons. I never said one wrong word about one person, never, even if I was very hard attacked by others, then...
Okay.
No. I have to mention Mr. Panopoulos, also him, that he is a very nice person, and I owe him a lot, because with him I stayed in Xanthi for 3 years, and I had a very nice time, beautiful time, unbelievable time. We are still in contact. He calls me, he asks me about my life, about how I feel every moment that he believes that I am not in the best moment. A fantastic person, yes. Then I was lucky to have very nice relations. As I said before, I have to be grateful, and because it's the end of the interview, I have to be grateful to Mr. Savidis for all this fantastic period, and this it will remain in my mind, in my heart, then nice.
Okay, last difficult question, and then we can have a dinner and a glass of wine and relax because we talk too much on cameras.
I start to be a little tired.
Yes, I know your limits and I push them just a little bit.
It is not an easy.
I know. I hope.
Interview, and as always, I was very honest in what I said. I offer to you my feelings, and is this not easy when you speak about feelings?
My concern, as
Yes.
a PAOK fan,
Yes.
that I could not even imagine how bad I would feel to see that. Is there any possibility to enter Tuba's opponent?
Life is life, Kyriakos.
How would you feel? How would you?
I don't know. That moment, it will be that moment. Normally, with the diplomatic answer, I would have avoided to tell you, okay, I don't like to speak about this, but I don't know, really, I don't know. I don't know if next day I will be in Greece. I don't know if I come back. We never know what it will be also. In PAOK, we said that life is very strange. But I don't know if I continue with football. Maybe 1 year, 2 years, and maybe I decide to stop. I don't have a plan to go until an age and then to stop. No, it depends on what I will feel. So I don't know how it will be. The reality today is that all of us, we have built together 7 years of fantastic memories. All of us, I mean, all PAOK people, from Mr. Savidis to all of us, we have lived unbelievable situations, tough, complicated. The story after I game the next day in 2018, the winning of the cup, the title, the unbeaten team. I remember after the last game in Yanina how I was emotional, realizing what we achieved, the European games in these 5 years, the title, the participation and arriving in the final of the cup were not easy games for us. We put out Olympiacos 2 times. We put out Panathinaikos. We put out AEK. To arrive there was a huge work, huge work. The fans coming on the pitch, on the training center, sometimes to push us, sometimes to motivate us. The relation with the players, these 7 years were unbelievable. And finally, I consider Salonic my home. If it's not the main home, it's the main second home.
So, you close this interview. Feel the phrase, if I hadn't met PAOK, I would?
I would lost something special.
Thank you very much for tolerating me as a journalist. Let's become friends again.
Bye.